All right, Aiden, we're going to talk about some release points to build off of what we talked about in the session today. So I'm going to pick a couple. So I'm going to go with your best pitch, which is going to be pitch number 9, I believe. Yep, right here. All right, we talked about this in session, right? This right here is going to be how far away from the body you're releasing it, and this is going to be how high from the ground you're going to release it. All right, so this pitch was 4.9 feet off the ground, and then you're going to be 1.8 feet out. All right, and that was kind of what we were seeing with the really good pitches. You were in that 4.8 to 4.9 height range, and then 1.7 to 1.8 on the horizontal. All right, and then I'm going to go with a couple outliers. So the pitch before it, right here, you were at 4.9. You're at the right height, but now we're 2.2 out. And this is the one that I commented that as you got further out here, you're throwing across the body and it's yanking it. All right, so let's go to the 3D model here, and we're going to watch it. Okay, so here are the pitches coming in. Now, if I spin it around to the pitcher's angle, and I'll zoom in a little bit, okay, we can see the difference in release points. So here's where you were out to the side. Here's where you were more in front. So 2.2 out, 1.8 out. All right, same vertical distance. And look at the difference on the pitches, right? So you can see how you yanked it. Now, if I have a baseball down here, I'll just grab this one. All right, I had a couple down. So the difference in this, all right, is when you're releasing it, okay, you're gonna stay behind it, right? If you're out here more, you're throwing across the body. Where when you're staying behind it and you're coming through it here, you're having a better angle. All right. There are pitchers that throw just fine from out here. But the data that we saw today, you need to be more in there with the release as opposed to coming from out to the side. All right. Watch a couple videos of those pitches here. All right, here's the really good one. Let's make it big. Okay. All right, that's a great pitch. Now, let me come on this side so I can rewind it and point out a couple things. All right, so let's watch it. All right, I'm gonna pause it right here. All right, stacked pretty well right here, keeping that back leg fairly straight, which is what we want. Still ball in the middle, that's good. Shoulders pointing towards the plate. We're in a good position right here. Okay, now if I fast forward a couple frames, right here, notice we're starting to lean a little bit, right? This back should still be fairly stacked over the back foot, all right? This glove's gonna come out and you're gonna get in a decent position. Okay. Right there, this is a pretty good position. Solid front side. All right, ball's in a good spot right there. All right, we're starting out. Let's see what's going to happen with this back hip and with the foot strike. All right, back hip rotates. Shoulders are coming through. Now, we had a glove tuck a little early, okay? So we're going to have a little late arm action, I think. Notice your shoulders. All right, your shoulders are going to rotate this way as opposed to this way, okay? Big again. All right. So watch the rotation of the shoulders. They're going to come around instead of going that way. All right. Right here, the glove should still be out a little bit. We shouldn't be fully tucked at this point. Foot's at a really good angle on the footland. All right, and your end result was really good, okay? And that's what really matters. Now, as far as the shoulders go, let's look at the arm again, the throwing arm. You're not really late on it. And I know you were only going about 80% today because it was our first session in a while. But I really want the shoulders to be more here as opposed to coming horizontally, all right? But overall, that's a really good pitch. Now, if we go and look at the other one, the one that you pulled, All right, we'll watch it live and then I'll slow it down. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go frame by frame here. Okay, now I was standing at the same spot. Our body's in a little bit different position here, okay? This leg's a little bit further back, which is fine, okay? Little rotated in, and I think this is the one that I told you to lock that front shoulder into the plate. Here's a big lean, okay? Remember, at this point, we still want to be stacked above that back leg. You can really see the lean right there a little bit. And actually, let me rewind this here. I want to see a more aggressive front leg, all right? So you're kind of just sticking it out and then riding down on it. If we get more aggressive with that front side leg, you're gonna have better velo too, and you already throw really hard. All right, so now watch the shoulders. You can really see that horizontal rotation on these shoulders, and right about there's where you're gonna yank it. See your hands under the ball. Hands gonna be under the ball right there, and that's what's gonna yank it way off because we're out to the side, and there it goes into the left-handed batter's box. Okay, but overall, I'm being really picky on that because you're a really good pitcher, especially for your age. So I need to be picky on it. But great job. All right, we just need to continue to work on that consistency on that release point and staying back a little bit more and sitting. All right, good job today.